Welcome to the channel. Today we have episode 2 of what your favorite weapon says about you in Apex Legends. If you missed episode 1, don't worry, I'll have the link posted in the description so you can check out the weapons from that video as well. Now, as Apex Legends players, we all have certain playstyles, favorite legends, or favorite weapons that we gravitate toward and find success with. Now, of course, this video is all in good fun, so please don't be offended by anything I say here. Now let's hop right into what your weapon says about you, episode 2. First and foremost, we have one of the most fun and satisfying weapons in the game, and that's the Sentinel. Certainly, the Sentinel is not one of the most powerful weapons, but it's one of the most fun to use in the entire game. If the Sentinel is your favorite weapon in Apex, then you probably have a flashy playstyle and enjoy clipping your best plays. The Sentinel is such a fun weapon to use even at close range in Apex, and I know I really enjoy using this thing for close range quickscopes. Maybe even previous Call of Duty players love the Sentinel because it gives them memories of the glory days of Modern Warfare and Black Ops sniping. Next up, we have the Flatline, and prior to its nerf in Season 12, I feel like the Flatline was actually probably the strongest weapon in the entire game. Even with the damage reduction from 19 per bullet to 18 in Season 12, it's still up there for one of the best guns in the game. The Flatline has so many good things going for it. It's unbelievable with its accurate hip fire. It's versatile at short, medium, and long ranges, and this gun already hits really hard. If you're a fan of the Flatline, then I imagine you're competitive and you love to compete and come out on top. In recent history, this weapon has been so reliable, it could help you immensely in ranked games, and I would assume most Flatline mains are Diamond, Master, and even Predator players because they want to use a versatile gun and a useful weapon like the Flatline for their high tier ranked games. After the Flatline, let's talk the Hemlock. Hemlock players have to be comfortable with burst fire weapons, so I might assume that you're a big time Halo 2 or Halo 3 fan from back in the day with the battle rifle. Now, one thing I see a lot as well is Hemlock mains put this thing on single fire and just unload as many shots as they can at ranged targets. I always hear my Hemlock friends say, "Hey, listen to how fast I can shoot my gun." Now, most Hemlock players like to play mid-range to long-range with a 2x bruiser or a 3x sight. For my YouTube channel, I do a lot of analysis and tier lists with ranking legends and weapons, and one weapon that I see that gets highly underrated, yet so many people actually love, is the Alternator. If you're an Alternator player, then first and foremost, you probably love disruptor rounds. And at night before you fall asleep and pray to your Lord, you pray that the disruptor rounds will come back to the Alternator as ground loot. But in all seriousness, the gun is extremely easy to use, so I feel like a lot of beginners and lower level players really lean towards the Alternator. If you're gold or platinum ranked, I could see this being your favorite light weapon or even favorite weapon in the game. For me personally, I would just rather have an R301 or the R99. Next up, let's talk the Volt SMG. This weapon was such a great addition to the game when it was brought in Season 6. The Volt was such an amazing addition because it provided some usefulness to energy weapons, and if you're a Volt main, then you have to be highly upset that this weapon is in the care package for Season 12. And honestly, I feel for you guys. Now that the Volt is in the care pack, there honestly doesn't feel like a real purpose for energy weapons because heavy and light weapons just suit me and my playstyle so much better. Respawn, if you're listening, please, for the sake of the game, put the Volt back as floor loot. We need it back. Now, speaking of energy weapons, let's talk the Devotion. The Devotion is actually probably the scariest weapon to face close range in most occasions, especially when the enemy has a turbocharger. But like what I said with the Havoc, it's going to be pretty rare where you get this thing decked out with all the attachments and that turbocharger. If you're a Devotion kind of player, you probably obviously love LMGs, you probably main Rampart so you can take advantage of her passive modded loader, and you're probably honestly not the best shot in the game. A Devotion player is someone who will pass up a highly skilled weapon like a wingman to pick up something easier to use and easier to get kills with. Will they get better as a player utilizing the Devotion or maybe Rampage? Probably not, but they're gonna be able to compete against players close to their skill level. Lastly, let's talk the G7 Scout, and this weapon was recently placed in the care package, and this gun has a fast fire rate for a marksman rifle. It has excellent performance at medium range and a fast projectile bullet travel time. If you're a fan of the G7 Scout, then you probably loved weapons like the Halo DMR or the M1 Garand from Call of Duty World at War. The G7 is extremely reliable, and you probably already posted your high score to the G7 Scout challenge and the firing range since it was implemented into this game with the new Crypto Heirloom and this new Warrior Collection event. So there it is, guys. This is what your favorite Apex weapon says about you. If this video gets to 100 likes, then I'll be sure to finish off this series with episode 3. Make sure to comment down below what your favorite weapon is in Apex, and let me know how you would change what I said in this video if you had another opinion. And guys, I'll see you in the next video. I'm Grizzy, and I'm out. Peace.